In 1945, World War II came to an end, leaving the world to reckon with the rise and fall of one of history's most murderous regimes. For the Allied powers, bringing Nazi perpetrators to justice became one of their highest priorities. After agreeing on an international military tribunal, they brought some of the highest-ranking decision-makers of the so-called Third Reich to trial in Nuremberg for their crimes. The defendants included Hermann Göring, Rudolf Hess, Hans Frank, and Joachim von Ribbentrop. But Nuremberg was not only about the Holocaust. For the first time in history, the crime of a war of aggression was defined, and Germany was held responsible for starting the war.
Hereby accused as guilty of crimes against peace, war crimes, and crimes against humanity.
Nuremberg was the place where the Nazis had held massive annual rallies for years. It's where they introduced the Nuremberg laws, the racist, anti-Semitic laws that helped lay the groundwork for the Holocaust. At the start of the trial, the Nazi leadership showed no remorse. All the defendants in the courtroom pleaded not guilty. Some of the defendants appeared dismissive. They claimed they didn't know about the Holocaust, the Nazis' murder of 6 million European Jews. And they blamed Hitler, who had already committed suicide, for everything.
Sein Gang wurde mehr und mehr der eines entsetzlichen Abenteurers, ohne Gewissen und Ehrlichkeit.
That was Hans Frank, the Governor-General of German-occupied Poland, who directly oversaw 4 Nazi extermination camps. During the trial, the horrors of Nazism became apparent. There was film footage of the suffering at concentration camps, testimony from survivors, letters and orders issued by the defendants showing their direct involvement. The first Nuremberg trial came to an end on October 1st, 1946. Of the 22 defendants, 19 were convicted and 3 acquitted. 12 were sentenced to death and 7 to prison.
If you were to say of these men that they are not guilty, it would be as true to say that there has been no war, that there are no slain, that there has been no crime.
It took another 2 weeks before the executions, but there was one kind of escape. Hermann Göring smuggled a cyanide capsule and took his own life in his cell. Following the main trial, 12 additional follow-up trials were held by US military courts until 1949. The Nuremberg trials showed that individuals could be held accountable under international law, setting a precedent for future war crimes courts.
Wenn wir davon ausgehen, dass im Schwurgerichtssaal im Nürnberger Justizpalast 1945 das internationale Strafrecht erstmals auf den Plan tritt, dann würde ich sagen, können wir über die Traditionslinie der UN-Kriegsverbrechertribunale in den 90er Jahren bis hin zur Gründung des Internationalen Strafgerichtshofs, das war 98, der nahm seine Arbeit dann 2002 auf, wirklich eine direkte Verbindungslinie ziehen.
Do you think the trials went far enough in holding Nazi leaders accountable?